What is up, friends? Welcome back for another movie reaction, for one that I'm especially excited for, Last Night in Soho, because on paper it feels like a movie that I should absolutely love. It's directed by one of my favorite directors working currently, Edgar Wright, starring two of my favorite actresses at the moment, Thomasin McKenzie and Anya Taylor-Joy, and from my understanding, it's a horror thriller film, which is one of my favorite genres to watch, and so just really excited to check it out. Don't know a whole lot about it. I assume it takes place in Soho just based off the title, but beyond that, I am going in pretty blind, and so I'm excited to see how it stacks up with Edgar Wright's other films that I all love, and so hopefully you enjoy watching along with me. If you do, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up, helps the video out, and of course you can check out the full-length reaction on Patreon, link for that in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into Last Night in Soho. Right from the start, man. Oh, nice cue right there. I was gonna say right from the start, can already see Edgar Wright's creativity coming out. Love the design of this so far, the set design, the costuming.
Beautiful gown, darling. Thank you. Fabulous.
Since I saw her in Jojo Rabbit, she has been very high on my radar for films, so I'm excited to see her performance in this.
Who are you wearing? Eloise Turner. Who are you wearing? Eloise T. Of course. E.T.
Hey, nothing wrong with E.T., man, one of the best films. Doesn't surprise me to learn that she's a costume designer or a fashion designer with this room.
It's good news, isn't it?
Whoa, that was really cool how they did that. For a second, it was creepy, but then she just seemed like it was normal, so I wasn't too scared.
What does it say?
I'm going to London.
I knew you would be.
I'm going to London! I'm going to London!
I assume that's probably for school or something, fashion school.
Sure, I can take all of these.
I got you hooked on them. I can't deprive you now. Do you have enough space? Don't you need socks?
I love that Edgar Wright always puts some sort of physical media into his films. He's got quite a film collection himself, so he's a good supporter of the media, of the medium.
I know how much you want this. It was her dream too, but it's not what you imagine, London.
Gran.
You've got to look out for yourself.
There are lots of bad guys.
Lots of bad people.
Given the same script a lot, I guess. It's all good. Paddington's in London and you can trust him.
She didn't have your gift. See things like you do. I worry you'll get all overwhelmed again.
It's not just that I need to do this for me. I really want to. For her.
Some very interesting lines right there. Is her gift that they're talking about seeing people like we saw before?
I haven't even seen Mum in ages.
Very nice J cut right there, but we know that's a bold-faced lie. Saw her just a few minutes ago.
Bye.
I'm curious what happened to her mom. It must have been some sort of accident or car crash or something, that's my guess.
First time?
I visited once with my mum.
Still the same old London underneath.
Good.
What brings you down then?
London College of Fashion.
So you're a model?
I design clothes. I want to.
That was a very interesting up-close shot. I think he's just a creep.
So what's in Charlotte Street then?
Student housing.
It's all girls in that building. If all you supermodels are going to be in Charlotte Street, you'll see plenty of me, don't you worry. Might have found your first stalker.
I'll get out of here.
Jeez, dude, that is so unfortunate, man. The first person she runs into is just a clown. What a sketchy dude.
Hey, do you want a hand?
Fine.
Don't look fine.
Well, I am.
Jocasta.
Did they spell your surname wrong or something?
I feel like it's way more singular to be known by just your Christian name. Famous in your work, but you can literally just go by Kylie.
Oh my gosh, dude. She has big aspirations. Gotta give her that.
So what does your dad do?
I don't know him.
Tell me about it. And your mum?
My mother's dead.
I knew we'd find some common ground eventually. Only 15 when she died. What about you?
7.
Man, well, at least we're digging into a bit of her backstory now. That's a pretty unfortunate thing to share, though.
This is my roomie, Eloise. She literally made the outfit she's wearing. Kid rocking her own design. You should call her Brass Balls, Ellie.
I can't tell if they're making fun of her or if they're actually giving her credit for making that. It's impressive to me.
What happened to your mum?
She wasn't well mentally. She killed herself.
Oh man, that is rough. Darker than I expected. That'd be so hard to go through at 7 years old.
I had a great uncle commit suicide, hung himself. So yeah, I know exactly what it's like. Also so brave. So brave. Yeah.
Oh my, dude, the dialogue. I don't really like her already, man. She seems to just try and one-up everybody.
The same guy, but like 2 separate times. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, hey, man, what a coincidence. That guy seems nice enough, though. He was willing to help out before, so I don't think we have to be worried about him. Shoot, bro, another creepy shot. I would hate that, just seeing people everywhere you go. I don't recognize who it was, though.
I'm getting these like born-again Christian vibes. First day, LCF, wearing clothes she made. Yeah, that was a bit much. Bringing up on suicide, I'm sorry, but like, who the does that for attention?
Oh my gosh, dude, they're terrible. She needs to get out of there real quick. I know I didn't get a good vibe from her. Strange. Why is she looking at him like that, like she knows him? Didn't seem like anything was off about him in particular.
What are you listening to?
Nothing now.
You actually listen to this granny? How old are you? Didn't you put on that techno river dance at the Toucan?
Nice, this guy coming to save the day. This is just a madhouse so far.
This is your can, isn't it?
Have it.
Dang, man. I guess she has headphones, so it's not surprising she slept through it all. Can't be late on the first day.
Yasmin Rogers, Gemma Boker, Poppy Porter.
Nice, at least it's not too late if they're just doing attendance. That guy helping her out again.
Soho 0827.
I saw your advert for a room to rent.
Here we go. Is this where Anya Taylor-Joy finally comes into play? I was thinking she'd be the initial roommate.
Miss Collins?
Room is on the top floor. Have a few rules. No male visitors after 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about this one, man. This place looks like it could be haunted. Definitely an old house.
If you don't like it, you can find somewhere else.
I love it.
Bed, kitchenette, bathroom. You'll have to keep the plugs in, because all the smells rise up.
I have a feeling that mirror is going to come into play a few times for her seeing things. But any place away from Jocasta is an oasis for now, so it's just right.
If I could live any place and any time, I'd live here in London in the 60s.
I hope you know what a landline is. It only makes emergency calls.
But I feel like that line is pretty significant, her living here in the 60s. I don't know if there's like time travel elements in this.
And you're sure you'll be able to make the rent?
Yeah, I'll make it work.
I want 2 months' rent in advance and 2 months' deposit. I've had people just take off in the middle of the night, that's why.
Shoot, man, if people are taking off like that, I feel like there's a reason for it. Who knows, maybe Mrs. Collins is the problem. Or Ms., not Mrs. Hey, well, already love what that sign is doing for the colors in this location, but it feels a little bit like the lights out apartment that she stays in that movie, the main character. The style of this feels very interesting. It feels almost like Edgar Wright's going for like a fairy tale vibe, but set in the modern day. Maybe it'll shift as we go along, but compared to a lot of his other movies, it feels very different, which isn't a bad thing. Yo, what? Now we're getting into some interesting stuff. Is she dreaming right now, or is this like a vision? Pretty dope shot right there. Love it. What a location. I'm assuming this is what she was talking about, the 60s in London.
May I take your cloak, madame?
Wait, what the heck, dude? So she turns into a different person? I was not expecting that at all, but isn't that the guy she saw before when he like popped up for a second? That's so cool. I love what they're doing with the visuals. This story has taken quite a turn. I have no idea what this is supposed to mean.
Hello, you're a gorgeous creature. What's your name?
Sandy, I'm here to meet the owner.
I am the owner.
Oh, I doubt that.
Nice, man, calling him out. I'll remember that though, Sandy. This isn't by chance her mom, is it?
What's your poison, miss?
I'm not here to drink, actually.
Oh, wait, maybe that's the guy she saw briefly before, but I recognize him. Doesn't he play a version of Doctor Who?
Well, hello there.
The bartender said I should get to know the handsome fella standing next to Cilla Black.
And you are?
The next, Cilla Black.
That's a good way to introduce yourself. That'd get his attention for sure.
You willing to work your way up?
Of course.
What can I get you to drink?
It's Sandy, and I'd love a Vespa.
How's your dancing?
Care for a demonstration?
I like that it hasn't really told us necessarily what's going on. Maybe it's just her imagination running wild, but I feel like maybe this is dealing with some real people. I mean, it's not bad per se, but dancing standards certainly have changed. Whoa, man, how did they do that so clean? That's actually pretty incredible. Now we're getting into some very Edgar Wright stuff.
Your thoughts?
You're already a star.
That was great. Love how long that take was. That would take quite a lot of planning.
Do I get a dance now?
Afraid not.
I'm sure Jack won't mind.
I mind.
Now, don't pretend you don't love the attention.
Oh gosh, what a creep. Seeing him more up close here, his eyes do look similar to the one in the cab.
You can keep your little whore.
What did you call the lady?
Look at her.
Okay, a fan of this guy, man. Finally gave that guy what he needed. Dang, such an interesting idea for this plot, and it's executed very well so far.
Least I can do is drive you home.
Do you know Goose Street?
Very well.
I'm on Goose Place, number 8.
Madame?
Some cool cinematography right there. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Right now I trust this guy.
So I'll see you again.
I hope so.
Tomorrow, 8 p.m.
You know where to find me.
Dang, that guy doesn't waste any time, but it also looks like she was dropped off at the same location. That was a good cut right there. That tells me that she was dreaming, at least for some of it. I saw there was like an old looking picture of Sandy there, so maybe she just sees a picture like that and just can envision their life story. I don't know.
Ooh, this is rather retro. Hickey. Very daring. So what did you get up to last night in Soho?
What, man? I love where this is headed. How the heck is that possible? Maybe some of that was real.
I really liked what you drew today, the design.
Thanks. You didn't have to.
Nice, I like this guy. At least she's got one friend around here.
Do you have any plans tonight?
Yeah, I kind of do, actually.
Very interesting. Love the lighting on their faces right there. I'd say she has quite the wild imagination, but I'm not sure if I should call it that anymore.
I'm sorry I'm a little late.
A little doesn't quite cover it.
I've got a feeling you'll forgive me.
I like both of their acting as well. It's interesting that he picked to come here to get her at 8 o'clock, considering the landlord said no boys after 8. Once again, man, so cool utilizing all the reflections. That must have taken a lot of work to get that to look good.
An audition.
Life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown.
I'm surprised I know what song she's singing. Love the lighting of this, though. Is this just Ellie trying to live out her own fantasies through this character?
Anything else you need?
A manager. Know anyone?
I'd like a manager.
Dude, what a cool transition. And right after that, another cool transition. Give Ellie a mirror and she can create a whole world.
I can't believe it.
Well,
It's certainly a surprise. If I didn't know it was you, I'd walk right by you on the street. It makes you look so grown up.
Man, she really is just going to become Sandy. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but we'll see.
You imagine the wearer when you're designing.
When I imagine it, she's wearing the dress isn't wearing her.
I hope you were all listening to that.
Something about the 60s.
It's excellent, Ellie.
Hey, man, love to see it. Already doing well in class. She's got a good eye for fashion, though. That is a good-looking dress.
I'd have more sense than to take a racing tape from that fella after all these years, wouldn't you?
Hey, it's that guy we saw before. I was wondering if we'd ever see him again.
Could I get a Vespa?
Have you ever even worked in a pub before?
No.
I'll get you G&T, so.
Okay, maybe there is something off about that guy. That was a well done shot, though. Kind of creeped me out.
Excuse me, love. I'm talking to you, Blondie.
Sorry, I have to be somewhere.
You look familiar to me. Who's your mother?
My mother's dead.
I thought she might be. Most of them are.
Most of them? What in the world does that mean? That makes me think that Sandy actually is a real person, if that guy recognizes her vibe.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world famous.
Love the colors they do during these sequences. Adds a lot to the atmosphere. Oh, interesting. Already in a performance. Just one of the backups, though. I'm sure she'll work her way up to the front. Seems like it's not exactly what Ellie was thinking it was. Is she losing control of her vision? Man, the way they shoot a lot of these scenes gives such an interesting feel to it. Like it's just this constantly moving set piece.
What do you want?
Don't talk daft, you know.
So cool how they change shot by shot. Doesn't look like Sandy was really into this either.
We were promised a great show, and show you did.
Thank you.
Maybe we could go for some drinks, Sandy. Just us.
Oh gosh, dude, that's so creepy. I don't like where this is headed.
I don't want to do this.
You told me you were serious about being a performer. What makes you so special? Oi!
She said no.
Whoa, that was such a cool change. I don't know how the heck they do that. Pretty sketchy business.
This is not what I thought.
Jeez, dude, these colors are wild. This looks like a nightmare. Get out of here as quick as possible. Dang, so cool. Love the sound design in that scene.
This is just a taste of things to come, Sandy.
Oh gosh, what the heck? Even with her trying to escape, it still ended up here.
I know you're not asleep.
Man, it gets crazier and crazier every time she sleeps.
You know you're not asleep.
That one startled me a little bit, man. Did not expect it. I wonder if there's a significance to the number 8, because Miss Collins talked about no boys over at 8. She keeps waking up at 8.
What are you doing? Really onto something here, so don't stop now.
Man, she has certainly looked better. Lost that happy-go-lucky attitude she started with.
So?
Oh, dude, is that the same old guy as before? Is he following her? Was that her dress idea on that paper? Don't tell me he's gonna steal the idea.
Love you.
Love you too.
Everything all right, Ellie? Or do I call you Eloise? Like the old song.
What, bro? How does he know her name?
How do you know my name?
My business to know all the pretty girls around here. You smoke, don't you, love?
No.
Must be thinking of some other blonde.
What the heck? And now that I see this guy's eyes up closer, he's not the one that was in the cab in the beginning, is it? Because we never really saw his full face.
Was Hansy bothering you?
And Pansy?
Man's like an octopus. Carol says he was a right ladies' man back in the day. Probably thinks he has a shot with you.
Very odd, dude. I wonder if that's just the older version of the guy that Sandy's been dealing with in the past.
Come on, they're waiting for you.
Oh gosh, dude, it's happening without her control. That would be freaking awful.
You know how to dance, you know why you're here. Get on with it.
Dude has changed from Prince Charming to Dr. Evil in just a few minutes.
What's your name?
Alexandra.
That's a lovely name.
Thanks.
Hey, not bad. She's certainly getting into the flow. I wonder if the specific colors he's using for this have any sort of meaning.
What's your name?
Andy.
It's a lovely name.
Oh, I feel bad for a man stuck in this situation. Probably smart, though, not to use a real name. Bro, trippy visuals. What is going on? I don't think she can take one more night here.
What's your name?
Alex.
No. What's your real name, love?
I reckon you're a copper or something.
Do you now? So what is it?
Sandy.
You're too good for this, Sandy.
I feel like I recognize that actor from something. I'm not sure. I don't think I can trust anybody in here, though.
Just look in the mirror.
What if I don't want to?
Then maybe it's too late for you.
Look at me, Sandy! Look at me!
What in the world, man? Very odd. Is she trying to save Sandy, or is she gonna potentially get trapped in there?
You know where to find me. You know where to find me.
Man, I love the abnormal geometry, or whatever I should refer to it as, of the world that he's exploring with this. Yo, that is sufficiently creepy. Why is he so tall?
That's a lovely name. That's a lovely name.
This is a really cool scene though, but I'm worried for this is next level sleep paralysis. Oh, it's daytime all of a sudden? What? Good acting by Thomas and Mackenzie though. Dude, she needs to get out of this place. I love that they did that in just one take though. Edgar Wright has very... Yikes, man. What a frightening shot. But I was gonna say, Edgar Wright's going off with his control of the set design and how it changes.
There's a student union night, a Halloween thing.
Don't we have to dress up?
I was gonna slap a bit of this on. Tell him I'm a ghost. Wanna haunt this party with me?
Oh, I don't know what to take from those lines, but it feels like there's a lot of significant things that I'm just not picking up on yet because I don't have the whole picture. I feel like I always associate Edgar Wright with his editing and his pacing and cinematography as well, but I feel like in this movie in particular, he's really showing off his understanding of lighting and set design and costuming and all that. Multi-talented man. Okay, I thought I saw something in the background. It's just overwhelming her. Dude, the visuals are insane. When did she fall asleep though? Or maybe she just goes in and out. Man, she cannot escape it. Finally get some more yellows here though. Been a minute.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't want to be like this. I just wish I was like everybody else.
I'm glad you're not.
Hey, well, good for both of them, but maybe what she's experiencing is some form of mental illness like her mom had. Because I remember the grandma talking about in the beginning, didn't she say that Ellie has a gift that her mom didn't have? But maybe they could have the same experience. Oh gosh, man, is he choking her in that? Even when she brings somebody over, it doesn't stop.
Get off!
I'm not on her. You belong to me.
Oh gosh, man, how do you stop this? Gosh, man, this sucks. Is it the house? Is it Ellie herself? I feel like she was seeing visions before, though.
What is going on in there? No male visitors!
What is happening, dude? This editing is so intense. Oh my gosh, man, that was overwhelming. Did Sandy legit die right there?
You okay?
Dude, brilliant cut to the music. Very interesting what they did with that scene, though. How the music and the sound was really overwhelming. You could barely hear the voices.
Miss Collins, did a girl live upstairs before?
Lots of girls have lived here over the years.
Finally, asking the right questions.
Did someone die in my room?
This is London. Someone's died in every room, in every building in this whole city.
Oh, come on, Miss Collins. Not the time for riddles and odd comments. Didn't get the answers we wanted quite yet.
Where are you going?
That guy is very creepy, man. I think she really needs to try sleeping somewhere else to see if it happens again, because that would pretty definitively say if it was the house.
How's that?
Hey, man, it looks almost identical. Whoa!
Find me.
Dang, how did they do that?
Ellie, are you okay?
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Man, some of the ways they're doing the character changes in this just blow my mind. She's running all across London, man, but if you're seeing all that, why would you stop?
Where are you going? Which way are you going, girl?
Yo, man, maybe I was right about that before. It's gotta be significant that it shows those two in the same position.
You witnessed the murder last night.
Dude, what great editing. Now we're getting a little bit more in Edgar Wright's traditional style.
Please just listen to me.
Is there a history of schizophrenia or mental health issues in your family?
I know who the killer is.
Dodge the question, but unfortunately answering that question correctly wouldn't do her any favors right now.
Did suddenly take notice when I changed my hair to the same style.
I think we've got all we need.
Oh gosh, dang, it doesn't seem like they're gonna take her very seriously. It'd be hard to, though, with just that information.
Ellie, I got you.
Jesus, John! Why whisper like that?
It's the library.
Oh, poor guy is just in the wrong place at the wrong time. At least he's still talking to her, though. She didn't scare him off.
What is it, El?
You'll think I sound crazy.
Talk to me.
Last night I saw something from the past.
What did you see?
The girl was stabbed. The girl that used to live in my room.
Hey, respect to him for asking more questions and not just laughing or acting like she's crazy.
You just tell me how I can help.
I guess you can start with the next tier of boxes.
Thank goodness for this man helping out. We need a friend. Oh gosh, don't tell me she's gonna start seeing visions again. If Sandy's already dead, what would she be seeing now? Oh gosh, man, I don't know if these things can actually kill her.
That was quick.
Oh jeez, bro. I guess that kind of answers it. They can make contact with her. Man, what a cool set piece to do this. Love what they're doing with the lighting, but just the rows of bookcases or bookshelves. Such a cool aesthetic. She was stopped. I knew that was gonna happen though. She'd accidentally kill a real person. Oh, dude, the colors are amazing, and I love what they're doing with the sound design as well, just playing the line over and over.
Where do you think you're going? You think you can just walk away?
Jeez, man, it's a freaking zombie apocalypse. She cannot escape this. Oh, cinematography going crazy right now. I'm a fan. Man, this is just a roller coaster. I have no idea what to expect at every turn.
Get down in that basement, girl. You've got a customer.
Oh my gosh, is it gonna be who I think it is? Are we finally gonna get some answers, maybe? Oh man, what a creepy way to enter a scene. He is obsessed with her.
And here she is. You know your siren song is playing? Carol was worried about you, thought you'd gone missing. No one ever really disappears. They're always around somewhere.
I mean, in the case of this film, that is absolutely true. Ghosts roaming every street.
I hear you're quite the ladies' man.
What? How dare you? Still am. You never lose it.
I don't think that's a good thing in his case.
Do I scare you?
No.
Sandy, she didn't belong. I thought she was too good for it. But you know, at the end of the day, you all look the same on a slab.
Oh gosh, what a dark line. She got that on a recording. This man's screwed.
Whatever happened to Sandy, she brought it on herself.
No one deserves that.
I know where you live, Eloise. Sandy ended up exactly where she wanted to be.
I don't like them being down here alone. Anything could happen. He better not try anything with Eloise.
You killed her.
You think I killed Sandy? You'll find Alex killed Sandy.
Come back.
Who's Alex, man? Did we know him? I know it's one of the fake names Sandy gave before.
When you see Alex, you tell her I said hello.
Yo, what? I can't believe he died. Or I guess he could still be alive, but that was quite a hit.
Oh, Lindsay, you poor bastard. Call an ambulance, Pet. Tell him you used to be police. That'll make them hurry.
Lindsay.
Oh, wait a second, man. Is he the one that tried to tell Sandy to leave? What a turn of events.
Do you now? Do you now? Do you now?
Don't get out while you can be. Don't get out while you can be.
Shoot, bro. Very interesting. Who is Jack, then? That was a pretty good little twist there. It got me.
If I'm not back in 15 minutes, maybe come check on me.
Okay.
Man, I don't think he expected his friendship with Ellie to end up in this spot. I'm worried she's gonna get trapped in here.
You look like you've had a fright.
I need your help.
Just you, is it? I'll put the kettle on. Come in.
Oh man, I just realized she's kind of taken off in the middle of the night. She told her before she wouldn't do that, so it's just another one, just like usual. Yeah, that's the same dancer that was in her room before, right? Or one of the rooms. Yo, that was so clever and it was so quick. Her first name is Alexandra. She's the Alex.
I'm leaving tonight. I really need to go back home, and I promise I'll pay for the mirror, but I really need... This has been a disaster.
Hush, slow down. Drink your tea.
No, don't drink it, man. She's probably poisoned it or something. I don't trust her anymore.
A nice police lady came round. Welfare check, she called it. You've been saying a girl died up there. It's funny, because there is some truth in it.
Is she gonna reveal the whole truth, though? That's the question.
A girl did die up there, I suppose. The young me.
Sandy.
I had hopes and dreams like you. I wanted to be a singer.
Wait a second. That's not what I thought was gonna happen. Never thought she could be Sandy.
Try and forget all those men. Their faces. Blank them out. I had to.
This is very interesting. So the death was, I guess, metaphorical and not literal like we were thinking.
The man who stole my dream, well, I put a knife in him. 100 times.
Holy crap, man. Not how we expected it to go. I can't believe she's just telling her all this.
They send me to hell, so I sent them to theirs.
Oh, gosh, man, she's just killing everybody.
They don't know where they are. I say they didn't know who they were.
Holy crap, I can't believe she's been staying here with all the bodies. I love seeing how it all connects.
Didn't mean to get you in trouble with the police.
They think you're mad. I know. You're not going to tell anyone else.
Oh my gosh, man. Please tell me John gets in here in time.
Just you, is it, little liar?
It's a great twist, though. I did not see it coming.
Coming, Jerry!
I feel like something big happened right there. She knocked the cigarettes into that box. Is it gonna set it on fire?
I'm here to see Ellie.
She's upstairs. Come on in.
No, man, she's gonna try and kill him, too.
Keep it down! Enough to waste the bloody dead!
Oh my gosh, dude. Don't tell me they both die. That was a pretty major hit on John, at least. Jeez, bro, she's looking mad sketchy. She may have had some rough things happen to her, but Ellie certainly doesn't deserve it. Oh, yes, let's go. Finally, she got a hit in. I love how they're changing between the vision and the real stuff that they're seeing, the real world. Oh my gosh, dude, that's horrifying. That's gotta be a vision, right? But I love that before she said the landline's only for emergencies. Perfect for this occasion. Jeez, bro, some cool imagery, like what they're doing. I think these ghosts want her to turn her in. Oh, can finally see all their faces. Jeez.
You were the one who wanted this more than anything, you said.
Oh man, she's seeing stuff now as well. Is she gonna spare Ellie?
They deserved it.
I know.
I'm not going to prison.
Oh, she's gonna take her own life, isn't she? It's the only way out for her at this point.
Please.
Really cool once again how they replace people. Did she stop her in time? She got a bit of a cut there.
Leave! No! You can't save me. Save yourself! Save the boy! Go!
Does Ellie really want to save Sandy in particular? Obviously, she was in a horrible situation, but because of what happened to her mom, I would assume, maybe she feels like this is her chance to finally set things right. Hey, finally, at least somebody here to help him. I really don't want John to die. He was just trying to help. Cool little change. Just like the beginning, but this time with Sandy.
This is first year student Eloise Turner.
Hey, man, I saw John there. He survived. And she finally made her dream come true. I don't know, because the scene is lasting for a little bit here. I'm worried she's gonna see some other vision. Or maybe she'll just see her mom.
There she is. Big-time fashion designer.
Hey, at least she's got a lot of support right now. She's needed it. At least her mom seems happy and proud.
Your mom would have been so proud of you.
I know she is.
Oh no, man, Sandy's still sticking around. I don't think she wants that. Nice cut to the credits right there. I'm interested to see who this was written by, because obviously Edgar Wright directed it. I say that just because I don't feel like the writing is as similar as his other films, and I might say not as good as his other films as well. The production aspects were fantastic, the cinematography, what I assume is probably VFX and how they switched people out in scenes and how they use mirrors. And while there were some great twists and turns and some really fun story developments, and while I was also enjoying myself for pretty much the whole runtime, it just felt like there was a little bit of something missing from the story to really pull me in. I don't know if it's just that outside of some of the cool things they were doing from the technical side, the story isn't necessarily super creative or super different and fresh, but I might have to think about it more. But it just doesn't feel quite necessarily at the level of Edgar Wright's other work. But overall, still a good film. I still enjoyed it, and I thought the performances were great, especially by the main two, Thomasin McKenzie and Anya Taylor-Joy. And I think the rest of the cast was pretty good as well. I don't know who the Doctor Who's actor's name is, but I thought he was good, especially considering that he kind of played two different roles. The nice guy at the beginning and then the maximum creepy dude later on. And while everyone else did well, I don't think there were necessarily any other standouts per se. I think maybe a way that I could describe my feeling on the writing and the story is it felt a lot of times we were just watching things happen instead of necessarily feeling things happen, if that makes sense. Because I feel like with a lot of Edgar Wright's other films, specifically something like Baby Driver, that's not just necessarily a comedy, it's infused with like so much energy and you kind of feel the emotion of the different moments. Whereas this one, I feel like I was mainly just appreciating the production of it all, the lighting, the set design, the costuming, but I didn't necessarily feel a super strong connection to the characters. And I don't know if that's just that they were either undeveloped or for too long I didn't really understand what was going on per se with them, but I think it definitely had potential to be really, really excellent. Just missed the mark a little bit for me, but it was still good, and it does not change the fact that Edgar Wright is still one of my favorite directors working. I'll always look forward to what he's got coming next. Well, besides looking forward to whatever Edgar Wright has coming up next, I am also very looking forward to whatever Thomasin McKenzie is in coming up next. I think she has a very strong acting career ahead of her, because with this, with Jojo Rabbit, and with hopefully some more of her acting that I'll watch here soon, she's put in some really great performances and she can play emotional parts to a really high degree. And so she was definitely a highlight in this, as well as Anya Taylor-Joy, although she wasn't necessarily involved in it as much as I thought she would be coming into it. But I think just going back to the story and how it didn't necessarily feel quite as powerful and significant as it could be, it somewhat felt like the overall film and narrative and everything like that was way more traditional than at least what Edgar Wright usually does, but just a story like this could potentially warrant, because I feel like there's a lot of different directions they could have gone, but it felt like they were just hitting a lot of the similar beats that you would usually see in some sort of thriller film like this. And in the way it moved from scene to scene, it felt like we were getting to the next points without having necessarily earn them, I guess. It's hard to describe, and I don't want to sound too negative on the story because I'm not. Overall, I enjoyed it. I think it's just that I wish it could have surprised me and wowed me even more. And I don't know if a longer runtime would have made a difference, so we could spend a little bit more intimate one-on-one time with some of the different characters, learning more about them, because even something like her mom committing suicide in the past, we only really spent a few brief moments setting that up, because we never saw her like get emotional about losing her mom, or maybe struggling with being somewhere foreign to her and not having that support system. It just felt like a lot of things were moving without some severe emotional impact, besides her kind of being afraid of the images that she was seeing, which is understandable for a lot of the creepy imagery. But it's definitely too bad that the story didn't necessarily work in that way for me, because the production and all the technical aspects were really well done and effective, and definitely kept my attention throughout. And it did add a lot more to what the story would have been without all those cool transitions and effects and whatnot. And so looking forward to hearing your thoughts on the film as well, where you'd rank it with Edgar Wright's other films. But if you did enjoy watching along, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up, helps the video out. And of course you can check out the full-length reaction on Patreon, link for that in the description below. But until the next movie, look forward to seeing you all later. Peace.